I want you to talk about the Hamilton Center. It's been around for a long time. What you all do and on a daily basis, and it's just an amazing story.
The Hamilton Center's been around since 2009, and we are part of a child abuse response team, also known as an MDT. And the MDT is made up of local law enforcement, DCFS, prosecutors' offices, and the Hamilton Center. And our role on that team is that when an investigation of child abuse takes place, the family's brought to the center to initiate that investigation, and then we wrap around that family and help them through that traumatic experience. So we provide forensic interviews for law enforcement. We provide sexual assault exams if needed. We provide an advocate to help the family walk through the entire process. And then we also do long-term mental health therapy for the children, because our goal is to make sure that healing takes place and that the kids can move forward and, with coping skills and what they need to make sure that this traumatic event does not haunt them for a long time.
So you are the first line in a number of steps, really, to solve a crime, basically, or to help with that child and or the family.
Right. Our primary role is just to wrap around that family and provide the services for healing and rebuilding. And we do help law enforcement with forensic interviews, and we come alongside them and do whatever they need us to do. They're the investigative piece, we're the healing piece.
And sadly, although you can kind of talk about it both ways, but sadly there are hundreds that you see every year. But thankfully, you guys are there to be a part of this.
Absolutely. Last year we saw 980 children from the Crawford and Sebastian County areas. That's a lot. But like you said, thankfully we're here, because without this, families would just be navigating that entire system on their own, trying to figure out how to rebuild, trying to figure out how to get help. And that's what we're here for, is to get them the help that they need.
All right. So on April 13th is Hunt the Fort. Very interesting title. Explain what will be happening on the 13th.
Hunt the Fort is a scavenger hunt. And so what we've done is we have an app called Goose Chase that participants will sign up on our website, and they will be directed towards an app. And on the day of the race, we're going to download a ton of clues, and we're going to direct people all over town to hunt for clues and solve different little riddles. And when they find the location that they're directed to go to, then they're going to be asked to take a picture or a video or do something fun to prove that they found the location. And the first person back to the start line with the most clues solved will be the winner.
Is this a timed thing, or do you have all day to do it?
Yeah, it's a timed thing. So
Okay.
We'll start, the start will start at 11 o'clock, and then they have to be back at 1 o'clock. So the goal is to be back first with the most clues solved. But if you get back at 1 o'clock and you've only solved 20, and then somebody else comes in at 1:02 and they've solved 30, then, we have like a 5-minute window. Yeah. But they're gonna, you want to get back, and it's competitive. Man, I tell you, last year it was like a race to the finish. It was a lot of fun.
So this is for individuals, or can like teams get together and do this?
It's teams. You want 2 to 4 players, and you have to stay together. So the whole team will have to, when they take their picture, they all have to be in the picture, and there's a little pinwheel fan that we give them, and the fan has to be in the picture too, because no any cheating. It's like serious stuff here, because there's a $500 prize on the line. So you want to make sure that, you get back there with all your clues solved and all the, riddles taken care of. And we do verify your submission. So you might have went to the wrong place. So we're going to check those and make sure that everybody solved the riddle.
And this is probably a silly question, but where all these different locations are, they're not going to be in a dangerous spot.
Oh, no, absolutely not. We take safety as an important concern, and there's a lot of rules that you have to follow. Don't speed. you know, be considerate of other people around you, but we're going to send them to popular, I don't want to give it too much away, but think about landmarks, parks, businesses that have agreed to, you know, be part of it. So we're going to send them to places that is, you know, they're not going to be in any harm's way. And we're not going to ask them to do anything that's
Right,
dangerous.
yeah. So last year was your first year at this?
No, it was our second. So this is our
Second year.
third year.
So
Mhm.
how have they gone in the past?
Oh my gosh. The first year was, we didn't have quite enough clues. So it really was a race to the finish. We literally had two teams show up at the exact same time, and it was a foot race to land. And we had a little bell. When they get there, they ring the bell. So the first team that was all there and rang the bell. And it was a race to the finish. And they both had finished every single clue and got them all right. So, you know, it was interesting. So the next year we decided, that was a little intense. So we're going to add more clues.
Mhm.
And we did have one team finish all the clues last year. And we're like, how in the world? So we're going to add more this year because, you know, you want to have some form of tiebreaker. So the most clues solved would be the tiebreaker.
And again, tell me how to get to be registered for this.
You can go to our website. It's hamiltoncca.org. And scroll down and you'll see the link to register, and you'll go to a site to register. There is a small charge to register online. You know, everybody wants extra fees nowadays. So there's a small charge to register online, but if they don't want to pay that, they can just contact us through the website or call us on the phone, and we can accept a check
Okay.
or payment on site.
How fun is this? My goodness, that's a great
It's a lot of
idea.
fun.
Have you seen this being done elsewhere?
No, we're the only one who does it. So that's exciting. It's a lot of fun.
You may get some phone calls from folks then later on. You never
I
know.
hope so. I hope so. I hope
All
that
right.
more people join this year than ever. So that's the hope.
Have a great time on the 13th. It really does sound like it's going to be a fun time. Also, rain or shine.
Rain or shine. Yeah. We have indoor options for our finish line. So rain or shine. We're going to be cooking hot dogs and having some fun, you know, music. We're also looking for an MC. So if you know anybody like yourself or anybody else who would like to MC for a short period of time, we'd love that. So if you can think of anybody, let me know.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.